Today we're going to be talking about the new way on home buying process, especially with the new changes that NAR settlement has made for the home buyers. So home buyers, if you're looking to buy a home now or within the next few months, make sure you wait and watch this full video as I'm going to be going over the home buying process from all the way from initial to the closing date. And not only that, I'm going to be going over the commission paid out to the realtors by home buyers, the top 3 states and the bottom 3 states. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to my channel, guys. This is Rima Bhavsar, your Austin local realtor, making your real estate journey stress-free. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and press that subscribe button. But that being said, if you're looking for a realtor anywhere in the world or in different countries, make sure you reach out to me or fill out a form that's linked in the descriptions and we can get you connected to the right agent. What's going on with real estate with the NAR rules and regulation changes? Well, it's a little bit different for the home buyers right now because there's few things that the home buyers have to do before we even start showing you all a property. I'm going to go from initial to closing and we'll kind of cover the gaps on what home buyers need to do in your home buying journey. Okay, the initial phase is the consultation. Once you find out an agent that you want to work with, you want to set up an appointment to do your initial consultation. For me, guys, if you're going to be working with me, this is what I usually do is you are reaching out to me and we're scheduling a regular phone call. Usually that's 30 minutes in a consultation, which I do not charge you all for a consultation fee. So that's a initial phase for me to get to know you guys. And in this initial consultation phase, what I usually do is I have a questionnaire for all the home buyers and I go one by one on asking all the questions. Starting with, how did you guys all find me? And yes, that's very important to know. And then the next, I kind of just go down the list on questions. Some of them are going to be like, what are you looking for? Have you ever been in Austin before? If not, well, are you going to be coming by anytime to explore what parts of Austin your preference or you like? If you already have been here, then my next question is going to be like, what are you guys looking for in a house? Are you looking for a certain direction? Because a lot of my clients are wanting a different direction, north, south. It's probably not the most common, but what is your wastu? Are you wanting a more natural sunlight in? What direction does it face? It is very important, some of the clientele. Next, we're going to be going on a little bit knowing on your lifestyle. What do you enjoy to do? Do you want to be close to the city? Do you want to be close to the suburbs that's already be built out? Do you have a family with little ones in there? How is your work life? Are you going to be commuting quite often? Because if that's the case, guys, we're going to find something that's close to your home because the traffic over here is outrageous. Not only that, I want to make sure you guys are wanting to do a resale home or a new construction home because both of the home buying journey are slight different. I'll kind of go over briefly on what resale would look like and what new construction will look like. Now with resale, yes, let's say you want to go with resale, you have a price point, you have a budget in mind. Some of you guys actually don't even have that budget in mind. So what I require you all to do is get a pre-approval from a lender. If you don't have a lender, let us know. We've got several that can help you with your home buying journey, and we've got several that can be specifically like healthcare field or veterans that can help you. Those lenders can be a little bit more benefit to you guys with some of the fees that they may have structured in. So that's our initial phase, is the consultation. Next is going to be a buyer's representation form. Now, this is a new addition that has changed with the rules and regulation. It's the buyer representation form. Before, a lot of agents were not doing that. It was not, it was still a good practice to have a buyer representation form before you show any property, but now there is an actual rule that we have to have you sign a buyer's representation form before we open or schedule any showings or open that door to get a viewing in. If you do not do that, guys, it's going to be a fine to the agent. So if somebody finds out, and we do not want that happening. So please, some of the buyers are very, very scared to sign this buyer representation form, but I would advise you not to be scared. For me, if you're going to be working with me, I've got a buyer representation form. It talks about how many months we're going to be working together, what is the fee structure going to be looking like with working with me, and what kind of property you're going to be buying. So guys, if you feel like, hey, you don't want to work or continue to work, move forward. I'm not going to be that agent, be like, no, we have this lockdown in there and you have to work with me. Just talk to me, and within an email, we can work differently, and I can let you go and release you guys if you needed to. Now, yes, it is important to have a buyer's representation agreement, so don't be scared. That's just a new addition on real estate for home showings. Next is scheduling the showings. So once you guys are, with that initial conversation we had, I know what you guys want. I've started that auto MLS search for you. Love some of the properties. You want me to schedule some of the properties. What another change that has happened is for us as buyers agents, we have to call the listing agent and ask and schedule the showings and ask if there is a seller contribution towards the buyer's agent, because the MLS is not going to have it on there anymore. That's another change that has happened, and it's another extra work for the buyer's realtors to connect the listing agents. On that note, if you're going to be a seller selling your home, make sure you have an agent that actually picks up their phone calls, because I've had to do that and hardly 50% did not pick up their phone call, and that's not going to be good if we're trying to schedule an appointment for the buyers. So that's another new change, is we have to call them. There's nowhere in the MLS to be found what the buyer's agents are going to get. So we've got the schedule showings. That's number 3. Number 4 is making an offer. Now, during making an offer, we want to make sure you're going to be putting the right offer. Some of the property, guys, might be listed on a higher end because the sellers want the most money for their home. But I, as an agent, want to make sure you're putting the right offer in by doing some comps in the area and seeing what the solds have been within that area. Not just only that, we want to make sure your property is going to also appraise, because if they've already listed at a higher price and you're putting that offer, it's not going to appraise to that. So we want to make sure you're putting in the right offer. That's where the comps will come in. We'll kind of talk about it and go under contract. Now, when we go under the contract, another rule change that has happened is we have to submit another paper to the listing agent on the compensation, providing it to the buyer's agent. So that's maybe different in different states, but that's another new thing that we have to submit with an offer. Now, with an offer, we also want to make sure we submit a pre-approval letter, which is why it is very important to make sure you guys are pre-approved, because that's going to make your offer look stronger if they have another offer in hand. Because usually what they will do is they'll probably call the lender. The listing agent might call the lender and find out, is this a good buyer? Are they financially stable to buy this property? And then if they have a multiple offer, that's probably what they're going to do, choosing which offer they want to go with. Next is we're going under contract. Now, there's lots of different rules on the contract where I will be going over with my buyers on the terms and the conditions. But when we're going under contract, this is sent out to the title company. And I want to make sure you guys know the first initial things is in Texas is the option period. Option period, you guys can choose from anywhere from 5 days, 7 days, 10 days. You do pay an option fee to the sellers, letting them know that thank you for taking off the property and letting us do our due diligence during the option period. So that amount can be anything that you guys want to put on there. I've seen anywhere between $200, $500 to $1,000. And that option money, if you do back out, this is the time where you guys do your due diligence, get your inspector in there, go in the property, drive around the subdivision at different times, make sure this is the house that is going to be the right for your family. Do your due diligence during the option period, and if you do back out for any chance, then you will lose that option money because that's going to be going to the sellers, but you will get your earnest money back. And if you do continue, then obviously that will apply to your closing. So a lot of people don't know, a lot of people don't understand the option period in Texas, and usually that's what that really means. If you have any questions, comment them below or reach out to me and I can get that answered for you. Now, another important thing that I do is I also connect with your lender, make sure how everything is going. I want to make sure that that lender is not ordering that appraisal during your option period, because trust me, I've had that happen to my buyers before and they've lost money when they have backed out because they've already paid for that, and some of them have lost money. So if you have a smart lender, make sure you let them know that you're not ordering that appraisal during their option period, because you don't know if you're going to be moving forward with the property or not. So something to take on a side note. Now, finally, everybody's in agreed terms. Option period is over. You guys are moving forward. And at that time, you'll be talking heavily with connecting with your lender and getting your loan approved and steps to moving closer. Now, during this time, you might also want to look out for a home warranty if you have put that in the contract for the sellers to buy it or contribute it for a year. And you got to find out which home warranty is best for you. So if you have questions on that, we can go over some home warranties and different companies and what levels of service that they provide on the packages. Now, during the closing time, you will be connecting with the title. The title will reach out to you on how the closing is going to be happening. If you're here in Austin, obviously you can come out to the office during your closing time, but if it's remote, then they can work that out for you. So this is, guys, the initial steps of the home buying process. It's new, different because of the way it's structured. Now, during closing time, do also factor in for buyers that how you're going to be paying your agent. Because if the seller is not going to be contributing anything to the buyer's realtors, then you will have to come up an additional cost on top of your down payment is the additional fees that you'll be paying for your realtors. So make sure you have that on your note. Another thing I want to talk about is this is going to be especially hard for the first time home buyers to come up with the down payment, because it's already hard for you guys to come up with the down payment, especially for the first time home buyers being so limited on the budget. Now, let's talk about the commissions that are being paid out to the realtors by the home buyers in different states. Commission paid to the buyers. This is per Redfin. The typical U.S. home sellers pay up to 2.5% commissions to the real estate agents hired by their home buyers. Commission percentage are highest in Austin, Texas at 2.99%, Cincinnati at 2.95%, and San Antonio at 2.91%. The lowest is in Nassau County, New York, 1.95%, Providence, 2.05%, and California, 2.11%. Obviously, some of these states are higher in the home sale price. That's why their commissions might be a little bit lower on the percentage for their agents. So that was that, guys. But if you're looking for a new construction and you are a buyer, it's a little bit different for you all. A lot of the new constructions that I've worked with, even now I have talked to them, they are still going to be paying for the buyer's realtors. So that's something less for you all to worry about. As of now, it may change in the future, that I don't know. But if you're looking for a new construction home, then make sure you reach out to me, because they're offering quite amazing deals right here in Austin and by different builders, and they're also providing a great lock rate for the home buyers. Now, with the initial new construction, if you want to go over it, I'm going to quickly go over it with you guys. Let's say you find a home in a subdivision that you really love. You go under contract. Each builder has a different requirements on their going under contract with their earnest money. So that's going to be upfront. It's going to be a little bit more than a residential home. So make sure you find out what that builder is requiring. And you might have a little bit longer time, but important factors with the new construction is make sure your agent is there with you throughout the whole phase of the new construction, because if you don't have an agent, when it comes to negotiations down the road, you're not going to be represented, because the sales rep is representing the builder, not you guys. So make sure you have an agent. I've had clients come up to me and they have not had an agent. They wanted to add me. They could not do that because I was not there at that first initial meeting with the new construction. So it's very important. Also, getting that home inspection done with the new construction is also highly recommended. We found major issues with the builders when they've gotten a home inspection. So that's very crucial to get that done. And blue tape walkthrough. For those, I don't know, some realtors don't, they're not there for their buyers, but I have been there for my buyers for the blue tape walkthrough. If you guys are wanting to get a knowledge on what blue tape walkthrough is, this is my video up here. You can click on that next and learn a little bit about our blue tape walkthrough. Other than that, this is a new way of buying home with the new changes. If you guys have any questions, comment them below. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.